The Black Lives Matter movement's agenda is killing Black people. Because what is the Black Lives Matter movement's agenda in practicality? Well, defunding the police. That's what we're just talking about. Defunding the police. When police are defunded, even if it's just partially, as this woman claims, there are fewer arrests. There are fewer stops made. There's less policing that happens. So Daniel Horowitz at The Blaze did an incredible breakdown of the statistics that show the direct correlation between defunding police and an increase in Black homicide victims in our country. This is the basis for my claim that the Black Lives Matter movement agenda leads to the death of Black people. So we're going to read through this. Horowitz says, a Black individual is more likely to be struck by lightning than killed by a policeman. Now, this is important because, and this is my commentary on Horowitz's writing. This is important, of course, because the Black Lives Matter movement narrative essentially pretends that Black people are indiscriminately killed by police on a daily basis just for the crime of being Black, driving while being Black, walking while being Black. You might be shot by the police. However, this is Horowitz. According to the Bureau of Justice Statistics in 2018, there were 6.5 million police interactions with Black people. That's 1 in 300,000 to 1 in 500,000. That's the chance of being killed by a cop if you're a Black person. That is similar to your chance of being struck by lightning. He also points out, and this is a good point to point out, quote, if you don't run from or fight with the police, their chance of death is essentially zero. He goes on to say, according to the CDC, the Black homicide rate was 12.9 times higher than the white homicide rate from 2010 to 2015. And homicide was the leading cause of death for Black people under the age of 35. Horowitz then says, crime expert Sean Kennedy of the Maryland Public Policy Institute estimates there were at least 4,000 excess homicides last year meaning 2020. Kennedy goes on to say, preliminary statistics show murders rose by 35% across 60 of the nation's largest cities. Nationwide FBI data through September show a 21% jump in homicide and an 8.3% increase in aggravated assaults, including those by gun. Aggravated assaults and shootings climbed by roughly 10% over the summer and fall of 2020. So 55% of homicide victims whose race was known were Black. This is according to the FBI. Horowitz says that means that the Black Lives Matter agenda caused at least 2,200 excess homicides last year, 116 times more than the number of unarmed Black people shot by police. How astounding is that? Just in case you believe people like Obama official Brittany Cunningham blaming police for the increase in crime. No, that is not true. Horowitz goes on to say, according to a new research report from the Law Enforcement Legal Defense Fund, police stops and arrests indeed declined on average 48% in 10 major cities from June 2020 to February 2021, relative to the previous 9-month period from 2019 to 2020. The results, murders rose 56% in those cities. For example, in Minneapolis, arrests were down 42% while murders rose 64%. Full stop. So what this means is the Black Lives Matter agenda, the false narrative, the policy platform to defund the police results in fewer police stops, fewer arrests, that leads to violent crime and homicides going skyrocketing, which leads to an enormous excess in deaths via homicide for the Black community, Black victims, Black lives. The Black Lives Matter movement is literally leading to the death of Black Americans. Is that the fault of the police? Obviously not. Don't believe the Marxist trope for a second.
Hi. Before you go, let me talk to you about something. As you know, I've been censored on Facebook and YouTube, so I partnered with locals to create a censorship-free community. I also just launched my show, and I have a lot of exciting new things coming up that I want to make sure I can share with you and get your input on. I'm going to be sharing behind-the-scenes looks of my set and my show prep, and I get a lot of questions about my hair and makeup routines, my research process, and so much more. So I'll give you sneak peeks of all of that. I'll also be doing exclusive segments of my show just for Locals VIPs. All of my interviews will be shared on Locals for VIPs to watch as well. I'll be taking questions directly from VIPs for the video mailbag in my show, and you'll get the episodes free from ads. Who doesn't love that? Not to mention, I'll keep doing everything that you've already come to love. Ask me questions for live Q&As. Let's talk about your favorite books. what yummy vegan food I'm eating for lunch, and what ridiculous headlines I'm reading today. You can do all of that and more, but only if you are a Liz Wheeler Show VIP on Locals. The monthly subscription is $9 a month, but if you really want a good deal, we have an annual subscription for just $72. That's 4 months free. 4 months. So join me on Locals as a VIP. I'll see you over there.